What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video from myself, Ehsan Khan. And on my channel, I talk about how you can start your own recruitment business. And not only that, we talk about all matters of money, investments, and mindset to help you on your journey to financial freedom and financial independence. And in the video today, we're going to be talking about the 3 things that every recruiter must do on Fridays. Now, you might be asking, well, what's different from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as opposed to Friday? And this is a really important day for any recruiter because you see, recruitment is a business to business, which means that your businesses or your clients and your customers only work from Monday to Friday. Typically, they'll only work from Monday to Friday. And if you're following my process that I teach in my course, the Money Making Academy, if you are interested in that, then join the Tribe of Recruiters Facebook group in the link below and you can learn a bit more about that. But if you are following that process and that method where you're focusing on high-level, specialized, skilled people and supplying into those vacancies, then pretty much 99% of you will be working Monday to Friday, or at least your clients will be working Monday to Friday. So what does that mean? And you got to think about this, that you're dealing with people. So people, think about yourself on a Friday. What do you want to do on Friday? I'm sure when you go into your work or your job or your office or wherever it might be, you're already thinking about what you're going to be doing as soon as you leave where you're in. You start the week off on Monday on a high, you go through the week, and then your energy level just depletes down to the lowest it will go to on a Friday. So obviously for yourself as well, you're probably feeling the same thing. You're probably feeling low, you're probably excited for the weekend, excited about what the plans are in the evening. So your customers, and they don't really want to be there at work. So you got to remember that you're now going to be calling people who don't necessarily want to do any work that day, or they're under pressure maybe. So they've got their own deadlines and that they need to get things done by the end of the week and submit things by the end of the week. So they'll have their own pressures as well. So Friday is a very crucial day, like I said. And so these are the 3 things that every recruiter must do in order to succeed in their recruitment business. So number 1, the first thing that you must do as your main priority is to get clients to give you feedback on the interviews that you've had this week. Now, again, if you're following my process, then you should be speaking to your clients the minute the phone gets put down on a telephone interview or the moment that your candidate walks out the door. These are the times, the moments that you should be attempting to call your clients who have just interviewed your candidates to get their feedback straight away and strike while the iron is hot. However, it does happen that a client just doesn't answer your call. Maybe the interview happened at 4, finished at 5. The client's not going to respond to any new phone calls. He's just going to wait till the next day. There could be a whole slew of reasons why the client hasn't given you the feedback. I would always say call your clients as soon as they've interviewed your candidates, but if for any reason they haven't, things have gone on for a few days, maybe they keep saying to you that they need to speak to somebody else in the business. And if that's the case, take that as a learning lesson that you didn't know that there was somebody else that he needed to ask. So again, take lessons from the reasons why you haven't been able to get that feedback straight away. But if you haven't got it straight away, or maybe you've had interviews on the Thursday and now it's the Friday and you're going to get feedback from them, make sure you get it today. Make sure you get all your feedback from the clients today, because once decisions fall into the weekend, that's a dangerous place for it to be. And in recruitment, there's a saying which is TKD. Time kills deals. You want to be getting that interview feedback straight away. The candidate is buzzed. If you haven't spoken to your candidate, then make sure you've spoken to your candidate as well. Make sure that he's buzzed about the job. He's excited. He wants the job. And then you speak to the client to make sure that he's giving you the feedback. And today's the day that you want to push for decisions and offers. So this is the day, Friday. You don't want to wait until Monday. Once you wait until Monday, a whole heap of things could have happened over the weekend that could affect someone's thinking, someone's judgment into not taking that job or not offering your candidate the job itself. Time kills deals. Get the offers in on a Friday. Get your candidates to sign the offers on a Friday. Get the deal done on a Friday and then bang that bell and then celebrate the fact that you've done that deal on the Friday. Don't leave it till the weekend. Get things done on Friday. Closed, finished, finito, done on a Friday. That's when you know you're a sick recruiter, if you can force that to happen with everybody happy about that decision. So like I said again, get things closed on a Friday. All right, number 2. So if you haven't had any interviews, or maybe you've done that now, so you had 1 or 2 clients where you were waiting for feedback and you've got that feedback now, you've chased them for feedback, or let's say you've called them, they still haven't answered your call. What do you do then? You can't just sit there and just dream about them calling you back. You've got to keep developing your business. You can't waste time when it comes to recruitment. Time kills deals. This video should be called Time Kills Deals, but that's a whole nother story. Time kills deals. Don't waste any time doing random stuff or just sitting there. There is something called deal paralysis. So if you're waiting for feedback, for example, or you're waiting for somebody to come back to you on a decision, or you just know that you're going to do an offer in that day, you've got an interview and you know it's going to be a deal and you're just waiting for everything to happen, you get deal paralysis. Don't get that. Just focus on your deliverables, focus on your work, and focus on developing your business every single day. So number 2 is to line up your interviews for the whole of next week. So today is a great day. So you've covered that now. You've got your interviews, you've got your offers coming in, it's all good. That's being dealt with. But as soon as the deal is done, the moment the deal is done, especially for permanent, this counts more than anything for permanent deals. Once the deal is done, you're broke again. So Friday, make sure that you're calling up all of the clients, all of the jobs, wherever you've sent CVs. So if you've got jobs with commitment, you've sent CVs, you've been busy throughout the week, you've gone for meetings, you've been, working on these other interviews, whatever it might be, and you haven't given time to call in and sell in those CVs, then make sure that you're calling those companies and selling in the CVs and saying, hey, look, it's Friday. I know that you're looking for people right now. So you're calling the clients. I know you're looking for whoever, a Java developer right now. Look, I'm sure you don't want to have this hanging over your head over the weekend. I've sent you 3 amazing candidates that have this experience, that experience, and the other experience that you were looking for. And I've sent them to your inbox. Open up your inbox now, have a look, and we can talk about them. And if you'd like, let's book them in for interviews for next week. Get the feedback from them. When you could interview them, and then you speak to the candidates and you book them into those interview slots and get your interviews lined up on Fridays. Fridays were the day that you get your interviews. Friday were the day that you would get those little bonus interviews for next week, which could turn into your deals. So yeah, number 2, sell in CVs that you've sent out throughout the week. You haven't chased up, or you haven't been able to speak to the manager. Call them, sell in, get yourself some interviews booked in for next week. Those interviews will turn into your deals. Keep doing this, repeat this all the time. It's a numbers game. Repeat this all the time and you will do deals. And if you're following the process, if you've picked a niche, which is a highly technical skill set, remember, you don't need to be highly technical. You just need to recognize certain words. All right. So number 3, if you look at the first 2 pieces of advice that I've given on this video so far. So number one as a summary were to get client feedback and get decisions, get your offers and close those offers on your Fridays. Make sure that if you've got anything that could hang into the weekend, you close that. That's your priority. Doing the deal, closing deals, closing offers, getting offers, that is the priority. That person, that manager has given you an offer. They want to give you an offer. This candidate wants a new job. That is your priority. That's your first call of the day. Let's get that sorted. Let's get the offers out. Give them reasons for why it's good for them to get the process moving quickly on both sides. So that's number 1. Number 2 is to line up interviews for your next week. So the whole of next week should be filled with interviews from the work that you've done this week. And a great way to do that is to just go through all the jobs that you have, that you've sent CVs out, all the CV send outs, all the managers that you've sent CVs out to. If you've done mail shots, or if you've just been doing, again, if you've been following my process and been doing the CV send outs the way that I've been advising you guys to do it, call those managers up. You've got a whole list of people there who are warm. They've seen your name. They've seen that you've got the goods that they are looking for, and just give them a call and say, hey, look, are you interested in speaking to any of these candidates? Just let me know when you're available. I'll just book them in. I'll send you an email with a calendar invite. You can just accept them. You can send all the details of the candidate on that invitation, so they've got all the information there. These managers, they've been hiring a lot in their life, so if you're just saying it very confidently like that you can do it, then they'll be used to that. They'll, all right, cool, this guy knows what he's doing. They'll book it in and they'll see the candidates, and obviously they've seen the CVs as well, so it's going to be of interest. So that's number 1 and that's number 2. So number 1 is if you've already got interviews. Number 2 is how to get interviews. And number 3 is really if you are struggling, if you're not really hitting the levels that you think that you should be hitting. Number 3 is a really important, a very key, one of the most foundational and most important parts of your day, which is to focus on your daily KPIs. Now, I'm sure most of you know what a KPI is, but for those of you who don't know, a KPI is a key performance performance indicator. And what a KPI or key performance indicator is, you can think of it as your daily targets. These are the things that indicate your performance, and they're the key activities that will get you to whatever the goal is of your business. And in recruitment, the goal of your business is to make a placement and to make as much money from that placement as you can. So your KPIs, again, in the Money Making Academy course, I go through what the KPIs are that you should be focusing on a daily basis and what levels you should be focusing on a daily basis to meet your own goals. So we do talk about what your goals are, and then I'll recommend and suggest to you what your KPI should be, and we'll break everything down for you to make sure that you've got a clear plan, that we've reverse engineered from what your goal is and to where you are now, and we'll build that up for you. But that really happens through the KPIs and knowing and understanding what your KPIs are. But once you have a good understanding and grounding in terms of what you should be doing every single day, what your key performance indicators are, what are the key activities that you should be doing every single day in order to make sure that you've got a strong pipeline of clients and candidates and interviews happening and placements happening. You should really aim to be doing at least for permanent, at least a placement a week. When you're working on these high value, very technical specialist roles, one placement a week, one placement every 2 weeks, kind of at a minimum. And that happens just through following this process every single day. And the process is, foundations of that are your KPIs, really. Those are the main deliverables that you should be doing to build your business every single day. So on Fridays, if you haven't kept up with your KPIs, so for example, if one of your KPIs is to send out a certain number of CVs per day, let's say you want to send out 20 CVs every single day, that's your goal that you've set for yourself, that you think is the right level for your business to grow. And you get to the end of the week and it's a Friday and you realize you've only sent 30 CVs out in the week, then you should be catching up with those, but not making shortcuts. Don't take shortcuts with this. You have to realize that any lack of quality that you have is only going to impact your own business. Now, if you're working for another recruitment company, this is a very easy thing to do. Those are the building blocks of making money for a recruitment business. So why would you not do that? And you wouldn't do that properly because it's not your own business, really. Like, if you do one deal a month, you're still going to get your salary. You might get a bit of commission. You've done a deal, so you can hide. You can't say that you've blanked. But really and truly, this happens all the time. I can't say that I'm not guilty of doing the same thing as well, that when it gets to the end of the week or the end of the month, that you look at your KPIs and you think, well, maybe I need to just do it as quickly as I can, and you lose the quality. But when you're running your own recruitment business, you have to realize that this is your business. This is your bread and butter. And in fact, if you put up low quality into your KPIs, or you don't do your KPIs daily to a high standard, then you're only damaging your own business. And I would say that it actually has a greater detrimental effect if you put on a manager. For example, if you're adding managers to your system and you put on a manager that isn't going to be right for your database, for your niche, you're just adding it for vanity because you think, well, I need to add these many managers, so I'm just going to add this person. They work in a company that hires my people, and like I said, it's a vanity metric. It's not going to get you anywhere. If you're working in a company, fine, you can use that to kind of just hide under the radar and make sure that you don't get beaten up for not having your KPIs done. But I'd rather that you go under on your KPIs, but that 100% quality has been maintained. If you're getting all these manager leads and manager names from the candidates themselves, and they're saying this is who my manager was and this is who I'm interviewing with, and you're adding all of these and you've only got 60, then hey, that's absolutely fine, right? And your target's 100. That's fine. At least you've got 60 quality there. Don't add 100 with 70 bad leads and then 30 good ones, because actually you're going to waste so much time going through those other 70 or 60 bad leads, and that's going to waste your time, and that's going to distract you from the actual 20 or 30 or 40% that you've added that is quality. So just don't do that. Just add quality managers, but just follow your KPIs to a very, very high standard and to a high quality. And on Fridays, if you're lacking, just catch up, because you don't want to go into Monday and then you're having to catch up, because then you're already behind on a Monday. Every new day that you start, you're behind because you have to catch up that day. So just do it on the Friday if you haven't done it daily. And of course, the KPIs work best when you do them daily, but life does happen sometimes. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this video for you because it was a Friday, and I thought, what better way for me to be able to give you value than to actually tell you what you guys should be doing on this day. If you're seeing this as I've put it up today, then amazing. Make sure that you leave a comment. Or if you've seen this later on, maybe in a year's time, maybe in 6 months time, maybe in 10 years time, you've seen this and this has given you any value, please make sure that you like this video. Please make sure to subscribe and keep the bell notification on, so that you get notified every time I put up a new video straight away. So this video, for example, it'll go up Friday morning, and if you haven't had your bell notification on and you've seen this on the weekend, for example, then it might be a bit too late and you might have lost out on some money. You've lost out on making a few placements. So don't do that. I'm going to be making more content about what you guys should be doing on each day to help you focus and structure your weeks and make sure that you're building a solid pipeline where you can consistently do deals at high values in your niche. And yeah, I think that's about it, guys. If you know anybody else who's in recruitment, who enjoys recruitment, who's looking to start up a recruitment business, make sure that you share this video with them. And if you haven't joined the Tribe of Recruiters Facebook group, make sure you do that. And if you are interested in my recruitment training program, where I'm going to help you go from 0 to 6 figures in 12 months. It's a 6-week coaching program which will help you to do that. And I give you my exact steps, my exact blueprint for how I'm able to make 6 figures every single year, 5 figures every single month as a recruitment consultant working from my home. This is my office. So thanks so much for your time, guys. I once again like this video and I hope to see you on the next one. Peace.